Good afternoon. This is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com, and I'm here today to let you know about a free lecture I'm doing Wednesday, March 27th. It starts actually Central Time. It starts at noon Central Time. And if you're interested, you can come. I will be speaking about the gap fill fallacy. My name is Melissa Armo with the Stock Swoosh LLC, and this is an interesting topic. I've wanted to discuss this topic and do a lecture on it for some time now. Again, it's a free lecture, March 27th at noon. You go to www.tradersexclusive.com to register. Registration is required. If you're interested, contact me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com for more information. So this is all about looking at charts clear. Start looking at charts clear. Very, very important. I know that everybody thinks the gaps fill themselves. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. All right, too many people, I guess I should say. That's when I say everybody, I mean too many people. Way too many people think that, and it's a fallacy. So this whole lecture is about looking at charts clear. I want you to open up your mind and open up your eyes and think in a new way. Trading and making money is about finding the opportunity in the right direction. If you cannot decipher what that is, that's thing number one. Okay, that's the goal number one. Figure out the right direction. So when something gaps, what's the direction you're playing the gap? You must determine that. Absolutely number one. So you have to find the opportunity in the right direction. There's a certain level of sophistication that goes along with reading charts. I know lots of people think it's just a matter of candlesticks and moving averages or pivots or buy setups and sell setups and lower highs and higher lows and everything else in the world, but that's not the case. There is a certain detail and level of sophistication that's involved with reading charts and trading. And if you do not have an edge in your trading to be able to look at charts in a detailed and sophisticated way, you will have difficulty making big money consistently over time. You will find yourself, coming forward and moving back and coming forward and moving back and wonder what's going on with your level of success. Maybe you're not looking at things in reference to charts in the correct manner. And this is what we're going to talk about in this lecture. So it's about the gap fill fallacy. The idea of gaps filling themselves is a fallacy. Announcement. It doesn't work. What does this mean? It means people think that if the stock gaps, it will go in the reverse direction and fill it. It won't. Some people think that it will fill into the price from the prior close, but this is a fallacy. It is an absolute 100% fallacy. If you want to trade and make money consistently, you need to trade in the direction of the gap. You need to trade in the direction of the gap and the trend on the chart of the stock. This is the gap fill fallacy, and I use these hearts because people are in love with this fallacy. I don't know why, but they are absolutely in love with it, so much so that they can't let go of it. It's like they know that this isn't good for them. They lose money doing this strategy. They play in the opposite direction of good gaps that I'm shorting. They try to buy them. They pick bottoms. They do all this stuff. They can't let go of it. They will continue to do it forever because they're in love with it. It's like trying to break up with somebody in a bad relationship. You know you should get out of it. They can't do it. Cut it. Pull the Band-Aid off. Just be done with it. Stop the craziness. Stop the insanity. All right? Just stop being in love with this gap fill fallacy. It does not work. It's just the idea of gap fills is completely erroneous. It doesn't work. People love it because it's easy. It's easy to understand. They look at the chart and they say, yeah, there's the big space and it's gapping down so big. It's a big gap down. The size is big. Therefore, it's going to fill it. People like it because they think it's easy, but it's not, because trading is not as easy as that. And everyone knows this. So let's just get real about it. Why people love the gap fill concept? Because they can understand it easily. That's why. That's really the only reason why they love it. And they love it. They think, oh, there it is. That's my play today. Easy peasy. I don't even have to look at anything else. That gap is gapping up huge in MW. I'm just going to short that sucker and make tons of money. And also they love it because they think it's a big play. They love it because they think, ooh, $5 target. But it doesn't work. So they love it because the understanding that it is easy, even though it's wrong. And they also love the idea of it because of the money that they can make if, in fact, it would work, which it doesn't. And you can get run over by a truck So what happens to you when you do it and it doesn't work? You get eaten alive. Look at this guy. In fact, you're actually throwing yourself into the alligator's mouth when you choose to do this, which is buy into the gap fill fallacy. You decide that you're going to do this and it doesn't work and you keep going after it and you get hurt and you get eaten alive and you get stopped out for the day. And the thing is, once in a blue moon when it does work, you cry the blues and say, oh my goodness, why? What? I missed that one. And then you do it the next day and it doesn't work because over time they don't work. And the consistency is that they fail. And that's the big issue with the fallacy. And people get excited because they're in love with the idea of big money and they understand the concept of a gap fill, but it is not the way that stocks are traded. I guarantee you 100% that when, at any big hedge fund, they're not sitting there saying, ooh, let's buy this big gap down today. We're going to do this because we can make $1 million if we buy it down big. And it's a stock that every other bank or hedge fund or big money place is shorting or selling out of because it's a damaging gap. And they're not doing that. Or let's get real. Gaps fills do not work. Okay, why don't they work? Well, they don't work for multiple reasons. The biggest reason the gap fills don't work is because the way to make money trading is to trade with the side of the big money and the trend. In reference to bearish gaps, big money is exciting the stock the day of the gap. Okay, they're exiting it. They're exiting it. They're exiting it. And that's what makes the huge push in the gap. All right? Meaning the stock gap's down big. And large money positions own it. Well, they decide to sell out of it. And in order to make money trading, you need to be on the side of the big money. You need to be on the side of the trend. If you're not on the side of the trend, you're going to get eaten alive by the alligator. So you can't do that to yourself. And trading gaps is incredible because you get these momentum moves in stocks because of the fact that the large money is having to exit them, or they buy them if they're up gaps and they're in the quality bullish gaps, either way. So making money trading gaps is easy once you know how to do it. You have to learn. This is why I teach a class on this. And we're going to go over a few charts here and just look at it. Now, when I'm deciding to trade a gap in the morning, I'm looking at my own system, a system I created. It's a 26-point rating system. And I'm saying, okay, I'm going to rate this gap. The gap is pay. If the gap rates high for me in my rating system, I'm shorting it. If it doesn't, I'm not doing anything with it. I lay off. I'm never, ever, ever looking to buy it, though, if it doesn't rate high. In other words, say I rate a gap on pay. And on my 26 system, it rates 12 points. In which case, then I wouldn't trade it. Or I wouldn't trade it as a short. I'd either know the gap was going to fail, or I'd know that the gap was going to be really sloppy and wasn't going to work right for me to make money smoothly and easily. I wouldn't do anything with it, though. I wouldn't buy it. I would never do that. And even if it happens to go green on the day, I'm not buying it because the larger money is not buying a gap just because it doesn't work that day in a short. Does this make sense? But let's look at pay. This first gap was here. If you're waiting for this gap to fill yourself, you'd be broke. Look at this gap. You think that's going to fill it? You'd be broke waiting for that one too, baby. All right. The very first one happened here. It dropped. Beautiful move. This one happened here. Did not fill. Oopsie. Look, there it is again. So I just want to make note that what happens when these things sometimes seems like they're filling. In fact, here's one right here. This one happened here. This is a real gap that was played. Now, it filled the space where this made the gap into this trading here. Okay. But this was a wiggle and a jiggle back up to an area of resistance that the stock just rallied to in this formation. Wasn't some big, huge move up. Wasn't some big green bar that you play any momentum on. It didn't set up that way. They don't. This is the momentum that you trade to make money. This is the momentum you trade to make money. This is the momentum you trade to make money. This is the momentum you trade to make money. I'm teaching people how to trade to make money. That's my system. The Golden Gap is a 26-point rating system that teaches you how to short the stock on the day to make money trading based on the rating system. This is good. It's going to work. You short it. Same thing here. The idea of buying these is insane to me. I know that you get hurt if you do it. They never work. So this wiggle and jiggle, somebody say, hey, that filled themselves there. Yeah, it did. Only because it was rallied, and it rallied in a series of weeks, days, up to a level of resistance. That's all. Okay? Here's the golden gap on Groupon. This is another beautiful example. I have a bigger chart here. Let's look at it. You can see it better. This was the first gap down on Groupon. Again, didn't fill it. All right. Next gap down here, up in here, this was not as good as this one. It came up here and filled this with a wiggle and a jiggle back to a rally of resistance. There it is, beautiful. And then gap down again. Of course, didn't fill that one. This is damaging, fell. And of course, gapped again and didn't fill that one. So the reality is that this, once these start to get underway, they will wiggle and jiggle till they gap and gap and gap and gap again and go to zero if they're going to. But the thing is, you don't play against the trend. This first one is telling you there's a problem with the stock. You rate it. If this is a high quality gap, you know it's the first one it's going to go. You don't know that till you rate it. You have to see. Same here. And then you play it and you short it. So how can you make money like this in the market? Learn how to read the correct direction to play the stock in the way that the gap is going. And you need to learn how to read charts with precision. Learn how to pick which stock symbol to trade. Learn how to enter the trade and exit it. Learn how and when to book money. And learn conviction. Very, very, very important to learn conviction. I teach people this. I 100% believe that this is a way to make money trading. And ultimately, you yourself have to get to a place where you understand what I'm even talking about with this conviction. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then you're going to have to learn it. The beauty in the Golden Gap system is all you need to do is just learn it. What's the beauty in it? Look at these tulips. They're fabulous, beautiful. Spring is just around the corner. I can feel it. And that's the beauty in the system, that all you need to do is learn it and apply the information to trade and make money. Making money trading gaps is easy once you know how to do it. But you have to learn. So I teach a class. It's called the Golden Gap course. The Golden Gap course teaches a 26-point rating system to find the best gap to play each day. This 2-day seminar also teaches 6 different plays. Each play teaches how to enter and exit the gap trade. And the play is important because this is how you make money. You need to learn when the gap is highly rated so you know when you'll be able to take a play in the first 30 minutes of the day. This is so important in making money. The rating system is everything. The Golden Gap rating system is designed to make sure you choose the stock symbol that will provide profit within the first 30 minutes of the day on the gap, which is in the direction of the trend and the stock. Not a gap fill. I'm trading it as a short when it gaps down. The system is very detailed and looks at 26 rating points in the course. All the points are based on the daily chart of a stock. The points use math and science in conjunction with technical analysis to analyze the price patterns to choose which stock symbol and gap to trade in the day. 26 points is a lot of things to look at to rate a stock. It is a very detailed system. And this is the reason why the Golden Gap system is so special, because it narrows down quality with a microscopic look at what the gap is telling you. The gap itself and the price the stock is gapping at is telling you if it's going to give you a trade within the first 30 minutes of the day to make money with a huge risk to reward, and then go on to run and work into your day or into several days or as a core trade to hold overnight. Either way, whatever you want to do with it. The Golden Gap system is just so much more than a 2-day class. It's a system, an entire system for you to learn and use for yourself to make money trading. And specifically, the first day of the class is all about analyzing charts. And you're going to learn in the class how the idea of a gap fill is insane. And you won't ever do it again. You'll take my class and you'll never, ever think a gap is going to fill themselves again. You won't do it. You'll know they don't do it. You'll have 100% conviction that's not the right way to trade. And you're going to save yourself a lot of money. And on top of that, you're going to learn how to read charts in a sophisticated manner from me. Just even in that first day of the class. The Golden Gap course teaches you how to grab hold of the profits in the market early in the day. As you start to do this on a regular basis, it will help your life in trading tremendously. As you make money on a consistent basis in the market day after day, you will have increased confidence in yourself, and confidence builds on itself. It will flow into other areas of your life to improve your life, not just financially, but also your overall well-being. One of the most valuable things that you learn during the Golden Gap course is to have conviction in the Golden Gap strategy. This conviction will help you produce positive results in your trading and your life. And that's what you want, isn't it? I mean, yes, the answer is yes. That is what you want. Don't hesitate, don't think. Maybe no, yes is the answer. What is your plan of action for 2013? If I asked you right now, go. What is your plan of action this moment for 2013? What are you planning to do to improve your life? Anything? Something? Nothing? Have you even thought about it? Stop and think. If one of your goals for 2013 is to earn more money, what is your plan of action to do this? One plan of action could be to learn how to trade to make money in the stock market. And if you decide to make money in the market, you will need another plan of action. How will you make this money trading? You need a comprehensive, detailed, focused, and specific strategy to trade to make money. So learn how to trade the golden gap. The market is right here, and the market waits for no one. You've got to have the proper knowledge. This is how you do it. That means learning from someone like me who's willing to teach you a complete system. And the golden gap's rating system equals results. It has really great results. Honestly, when I get up in the morning at 8 o'clock and I'm looking at the gaps and I pick what I like, the things that I choose to pick that go into work day after day after day that I pick is incredible. Incredible. In fact, someone recently said to me, he's like been in 4 other rooms, and he says that my picks are better than any room he's ever been in, you know, which was a nice compliment, actually. Because some of these places are really well-known companies out there, and I'm new. So the class is a Golden Gap course. I'm teaching it and doing one this weekend, March 23rd and 24th. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the next class is April 13th and 14th. April 13th and 14th, write it on your calendar. This weekend, actually, it's a little too soon for some of you, but the one for the April is April 13th and 14th. The cost of the class is $19.99. It's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you're interested, email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. So the Golden Gap is your path to success in the Golden Gap course and your path to success in the market. Empower yourself to do it. That's what this is about. Wealth is possible if you learn what to do. Fall in love with trading. Fall in love with trading. Just like me. If you love what you do, your life's going to improve tremendously. I'm also doing another class. It's called Wealth Manifestation. This is a trading psychology class I'm doing next week. On the 27th, March 27th, it's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Time. The cost is $350 for the class. And if you're interested, email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. So the classes I do are the Golden Gap. The cost of that is $19.99. The next class is this weekend, March 23rd and 24th. And I'm doing another one April 13th and 14th. The Wealth Manifestation course is Wednesday, March 27th, the same day as the seminar, actually, but you still can sign up until the day of. It's from 4 o'clock to 7. This is a mini lecture about how to manifest wealth in your life. It is part of a trading psychology series that I've designed that has nothing to do with charts or technical analysis, but it is there to help students learn the proper way to think in their mind in order to manifest wealth in their life. Thank you so much for listening today, and I will see you at the free lecture. Don't forget, Wednesday, noon Central Time. And if you're interested in more information and would like to sign up, go to www.tradersexclusive.com or email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks and have a great night.